Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Vine Panther Presents. Today we shall be discussing the House of the Dragon as we talk about season 2, episode 7, and we're going to discuss the season finale worthy episode. I thought it was outstanding. They can end it right here and say what's going to happen next year. But we got one more episode tonight. Am I going to stay up and watch it? I don't. Probably not. I'm tired. I'm probably taking it. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video. You can comment on the video. You can share the video. Click the notification bell so you get our future videos, all that kind of thing. But anyway, sit back, enjoy the intro, and then we'll start this show. Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Well, hello everyone. The House of the Black is doing quite well. Two new dragon riders three new dragon riders have joined the team. Damon finally got an army. We will see how that works out for him. And Aemon is looking scared shitless. Like he saw 3 dragons and said, "Not today, ma'am, not today." But he will be back. So I thought that was kind of cool. But Kim, please, where would you like to start?
Well, I like the part when Aemon was turning the dragon. I was like, wait a minute, how do you do like you turn a plane? It was like,
come on, you big girl, come on, girl. I said stop, turn your ass around.
Exactly, or a horse, right? You could make a horse turn.
Yeah, like around. Whoa, and he was like, whoa. It's funny that you bring that up because that actually shows a lot of maturity on Aemon on 2 levels, right? One, he had the mindset to say, whoa, this ain't, I'm not ready for this. I somehow, with this one eye, he saw 3 dragons, not just the one that he was chasing, and was like, no, I need a plan. Let's turn this bad boy around.
Right.
The fact that he was able to turn Vhagar to begin with shows he has better control over her.
He does, yeah.
Because technically, again, the season finale last season was what? Like Vhagar attacked Rhaenyra's son on the dragon. He was like, stop, whoa. And Vhagar was like, I ain't having this, I'm about this life, and attack. And like, so she listens to him more.
Yeah.
Because
she has a relationship with her where she's like, she respects him. Yeah.
Right? Because she was ready to fight this time.
Yeah.
And remember, y'all, they're 3-0. Like they're truly undefeated so far. So he was like, let me back this thing up, and then we'll come back for a second round. So I thought that was really cool. And again, the scene behind you was, finale work.
That for me, that the cinematography on this show is magnificent. Just so many scenes. This whole thing, if all they showed me was the cinematography, I would have been happy because it's just beautiful. People who live there are and I know a lot of it is computer generated, but I know some of it is in New Zealand, right? It's just beautiful. And so I just, the way they make the dragons look so realistic. Like these are not even real things, but they can make them seem like they're real. They're so, and smart. Like these dragons are really, some of them are smart. Some of them are headstrong, right? But, we take that chance with animals, right? That, you have to break them in order to get them to listen to you. And with the dragon, I think, you have to just wait and see what happens. But the cinematography was magnificent. In the cave, when she was had all the people that she had gathered, to test them and to see if the dragon would choose them. When the dragon came out, I can't even remember the dragon's name, but when he came out, I was like nervous because I knew he wouldn't do anything to the queen, but I still was like, we don't know, right? It's iffy, right? But I thought that he was beautiful. Like he was so massive. And I like that they started very slowly with him with like his wing, and then they brought him closer. And I was like, then when they pulled out the shot with her and him just standing there, that was beautiful. I was like, this show is great. Like I mean, I do like the story too, but you know.
So we'll start with there, and then we're gonna work our way back to Kim's background. Okay. So we're gonna start there, and then I want to do Sea Smoke and Adam. I want to do that scene because that was also very important. So this is where Hugh. So in my thumbnail, I have Lord Oscar and I have Hugh Hammer. Hugh Hammer is the blacksmith we were introduced to, who came to Aegon saying, "Hey, I can't afford to make all these weapons," you know, and this is before the blockade and that kind of stuff. But he was like, and Aegon promised, "Hey, money's coming. Like you're building the weapons for my army, and you will get paid." We get introduced to his wife and his daughter. His daughter is sick with something. His daughter dies off camera. Like what? Like,
yeah, when he was talking to his wife, I was like, "Well, when did that? I thought I missed something."
This is significant. Like we need to be like this. Put him on a path where he's like, I'd rather get burnt up by a dragon. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like that's on the table, right? So, I mean, he was whooping people's asses last episode for food. Like, I mean, to feed his family. So you can't just have the daughter die and be like, it's off camera. I'm like, no, this is significant, right? But anyway, he gets on the thing. He shows up. So I love the scene. Also, Sharice, hello, Sharice. If you're watching, you are correct. He is the grandchild. He's the grandchild. So his uncle, his mom is the auntie to Viserys and Daemon. I thought he was.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's their aunt. He said, "My mom said I'm no different than my father's children." My father's children. So I was like, "Oh, my brothers." She said, "My brothers. You're no different than my brother's children." So her brother had to be the king, had to be Viserys and their kids. Yeah. So she said, so that's what when he was telling his wife the story. That's what my mom was worked in the pleasure house, and she said, "You're again, like to say, make you feel better. You're just as equal as my father's kids, as my brother's kids. Excuse me, as my brother's kids." So that would make her Daemon and Viserys's aunt, his mom, for that. But anyway, so he is Targaryen. He is Targaryen by blood, which is why he was able to claim Vermithor. Vermithor. That's a dragon's name, Vermithor. And the Bronze Fury is the title. She is the second biggest dragons to Vhagar. So that's why it took up pretty much most of the screen. So that's a huge dragon. And I guess a fighting dragon. Because her and Vhagar came over when the Velaryons first took King's Landing. So it's also a fighting dragon. So it was a cool scene. I just thought. So you remember Dany, right? You remember how like when she birthed her dragons, right? She put herself in the flames, right? Yeah. She came out butt naked with 3 dragons.
Yes.
Because she can't burn because she's of the dragon, right?
Yes.
Fast forward, you remember when she was captured by some people and they put her and she let them put her into that room or whatever, like she thought she was trapped, and then she set the fire and she didn't burn. She walked out butt naked.
And they were like, "What the?" Yeah, they couldn't believe it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I say all this to say this is important. Sharice, I said I was going to say this on camera because I wanted you to get your initial attention. Hugh Hammer should have been butt naked. What should have happened is that hear me out. Vermithor, after seeing that these people were not worthy, at least most of them, right? Should have just went ham and burned all them fuckers, like just right, and all you see is fire and ash and blood, and then out of all of it,
he's still standing.
He stands.
Yeah,
confident, butt naked because he don't burn.
His clothes burn.
And hey, he's like, "What you got now?" And the dragon's like, "You know what? That's a rider right there." He's like, "Come on, let's go do this. Let's go do like that." Would have fit what we saw before. to me.
Mhm.
But he stood strong. He protected the woman that was about to totally get messed up, and he was like, "This one." I feel like, that being said, I feel like his wife and his daughter should have died. Unless his wife is important to the story, unless she's important to the story, she should have died. So he truly had nothing left. He's like, look, either I get a dragon or I die. Either way, it's a good ending for me. You know, so I got nowhere. Why would you risk your life? You got a wife who loves you. You know, you're a blacksmith. Why are you risking your life now? It doesn't make sense. If you can leave King's Landing to get on a boat and put your face in front of a dragon, you can go somewhere else and become a blacksmith somewhere else. You have a skill.
Right. Yeah. True.
It didn't, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I need to know you're desperate.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he is, because he loves his wife and he doesn't want her to. Because if you think about it, if the daughter was actually sick and they were starving, she had no chance. Like, at least, you know what I mean? Like, what chance would she have? She's sick. She can't eat because there's actually nothing to eat. They're giving her what they can give her, like broth or something, right? But that's not going to keep her healthy.
But like wife said, we can go to my brother, right? Like, we don't have to stay here. This is another thing. So Aemon shuts down all the Red Keep. No one can leave King's Landing, right? So how is it all these people are standing outside in the daytime with boats lined up and they're just sailing off to Dragon's Keep at Dragonstone, and no one says anything? Like, no one goes, "Hey, Aemon, we got a problem." Like, this is not brought up, not once.
No.
The food ships, not brought up, not once. Like, who's sailing food to our starving people and causing riots? Like, none of this is discussed in the many council meetings.
No.
Many council meetings, including this episode. So I'm like, these things should have been discussed. Anyway, to me, Hugh's defiance was awesome. Like, his defiance and so Vermithor saying, "Hey, you the one."
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Prepare for the double cross, please. I saw the comment. Please don't give away spoilers. They get bad at us, Vaughn, when I bring up like future stuff. But yeah, it ain't gonna work out for Rhaenyra. But anyway, I think that's already known. It's already known. She loses this in the big scheme of things. But she has a good run.
But she's trying.
A good run.
She's at least trying.
Yeah. She has a strong run for a while. But again, so this also leads to Yuluf. Did I get this right? Yuluf, Yulf, the white, the other one who ends up with the dragon. He ends up with Silverwing. That's the name of the dragon. The one who falls in the pit and he almost steps. I thought he stepped on the egg, and I was like, "You're about to get."
That's what I thought too. Was like, he was very close. He was like right there, and I thought he stepped on that egg too. I was like, "You stepped on the egg. It doesn't even matter whether you got blood in you. You gonna die." Yeah.
It's like, I like my food extra crispy. I was like, "Oh, like he ain't gonna make it." But then again, the vampire, the dragon, just like Silverwing is just playing with the dude. Like, "Oh, you're so cute."
Yeah, like push them. Yeah.
Let's so again, let's back up to it looked awesome. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so next scene, you got Yulf. What do you think? ULF.
The guy.
Huh?
I said the guy.
I know Yulif. Let's go Yulif. Let's go Yulif, y'all.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yulif is on top of Silverwing, flying around King's Landing.
Question. I have it's a common sense question. I know. How did Silver get a harness on him? Because remember, isn't it the trainers that put the harnesses on the dragons, or do they keep them on forever? I
guess once they're broken in, they just stay there because Silverwing had one even to begin with. So I'm assuming that part, but it doesn't make sense because you have to speak High Valyrian to these dragons to get them from point A to point B, like Dracarys and all this other stuff. Who's flying who? Is Silverwing just saying, "Hey, let's go for a joyride," and I just want to go to King's Landing for some reason? Or is Yulif doing it? Because this doesn't make sense. And then Rhaenyra just allows this to happen. Like, she ain't like, hey, bring that dragon back here. Like, you got to learn how to ride. We got to talk about this, right? Because you can't just be flying off because Aemon might see you and he has Vhagar and he knows how to use Vhagar.
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense. And then the dragon flies back to Dragonstone. And then behind you, a truly season finale worthy scene.
Yes,
of Rhaenyra with 3 dragons. Like, you want to do this today? And he said, no, not this.
Exactly.
So I'm like, then that looks like it was planned. Why was she standing out there just hanging out with 2 dragons waiting for the 3rd one to come back? So is this a plan? And did you come up with this plan? And how does this plan make any sense that you send a rider who doesn't speak Valyrian, that does not know how to fly a dragon, into danger to lure the biggest dragon back to you? And who is behind you? You got your dragon. Okay. Is that Caraxes? Who's the other dragon? I'm like, I don't even know. Is that Caraxes? Is that Vermithor? With another rider who doesn't speak Valyrian, who doesn't know how to run a dragon?
Because there is somebody on top of him.
I was like, is that Daemon? But his dragon has a longer neck. Like I do feel like this. So I'm like, that has to be the other one. So that has to be what's his name? So Hugh Hammer on top of Vermithor. But again, not trained, either one of them, right? How to work together, how to fight like this. You're not ready. You're not ready to take on Vhagar, right? Like if Aemon was really prepared to fight. So I'm like, what happened? How did we get here? Okay, I thought it was just me. I mean, it looked awesome. Didn't make a lot of sense.
It did.
I was like, what? But again, if they was said episode 8, we'll see you in 2025, I would have been like, I'm sitting right here because this is hard to top. Sure, it is hard to top this episode of the preparation of the wait till you see this come to fruition.
Right.
Type of thing.
Yeah. I do like that was it Rhaenyra, right?
Yeah, Rhaenyra.
I like Rhaenyra. I like that their monologues, that very long monologue that she had when she was talking to the potential writers. I really enjoyed that, and I like Daemon's too. I like that he had kind of a long monologue. And I enjoyed the young man. Like I don't think he's like super young, but he looks really young.
Are you talking Lord Oscar?
Yes, Lord Oscar. He looks very young, but he doesn't, but I don't think he's that young. Like in real life, I don't think he's that young, but he looks like a child. But his speech and the way he was talking to Daemon, I was like, you know what? He has no fear of you. Like yeah.
Well, no, I was gonna say like that's why he was my other MVP for this episode, because he turned that whole thing around on Daemon, because Daemon thought he was about to dominate this thing.
Yes.
And Lord Oscar was like, I got something for you, bro. He was like, you want this army, you got to put in some work. And I thought, I like this. I thought this was awesome. I'm sure I don't remember the name. Do you remember the young girl in Game of Thrones that stood up for Jon Snow? She's like, when the Battle of the Bastards were happening and he came for the troops to be like, will you help me? And they were like, nah.
Wasn't she the youngest queen?
Yeah.
The young lady that's in The Last of Us?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He gives me her vibes.
Yes,
like that kind
absolutely.
of, right? Like young but strong, like do not underestimate them, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's the vibe he was giving me, right?
Yeah.
And I love it. Like, he was again, and it made sense, right? He's like, I have 2 factions who are like, for him to be in charge, he has to show one, he's not going to be controlled by Daemon, by outside influences, right? And he know what's fair, right? I know your 2 families have been fighting for centuries, but there's fair is fair, right? And he was like, hey, even though Daemon, is not worthy, we still have oaths that we have to hold up to. Like Rhaenyra is why we are here. We bent the knee and we have a commitment. And he was like, but if you want to make this right, you got to dispense justice. So with all the visions that Daemon has been dealing with this season,
God. And why do we have to have one more? But go ahead.
Okay, so we're gonna get that. Like, so I thought I thought Alice should have been there. I feel like Allison should have been there. Because I feel we agree she's probably the one doing this to him, like putting him through this kind of mental journey. Are you sure you want to be king? Is this really what you want? That type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he was sitting there even thinking for a second, like, why would you not cut this man's head off? Like, you just met this dude. Like, he ain't no day one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I felt like it should have been her, like, helping him make the decision. Like, I laid the groundwork. I got rid of Little Bear. Oh, that must be the young lady, Little Bear. Like, so I think that it would have been good if it was her. Like, this is your moment, and he's like, got it. And it's like now, but again, that's a season finale moment. Cause now the Riverland is behind him, right? He's been doing this all season. Now he got it, right?
Yeah.
That's like, well, what's gonna happen next season? How's he gonna use the army? Is he gonna try to invade King's Landing? Like, what's the next step for him? I thought. Positive. I want to get to Sea Smoke. I went back to Sea Smoke and Adam.
Okay.
When they first met, when Rhaenyra and her dragon was sitting up there, what do you think of the scenes? I thought it was awesome.
Oh, I thought when she was talking to, Adam the Hall, right?
Of Hull.
Yeah. I do like that because remember when we saw him last episode, he was freaking out. He was like, "Why is this dragon chasing me?" But then I guess there must have been a scene off camera where he became friends with the dragon, and now the dragon is standing behind him and is all cool with him. And I was like, they should have showed us that. They should have showed us that that Adam and the dragon, you know, that the dragon was like, I'm okay with you being my rider, right? I'm cool with you, right? They didn't show any of that, right? And so so I was kind of disappointed in that, but I do like the interaction she had with Adam, because Adam was like, I'm loyal to you, I will ride for you, and you know, all of these things.
In this case, literally. I hate using the word literally.
Exactly, yeah. So I thought that there was a nice scene, plus the cinematography was really good too. Like, I'm sorry, I'm always gonna go back.
I thought you were gonna start with that because it was beautiful to see both these realistic dragons sitting up there, like also talking to each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, because they were making noises. Yeah.
Right. Like they were like, hey, and part of it is that they're feeling their rider, right? Like they once you get that kind of close connection, like Rhaenyra's dragon was like trying to stand up for her, like I'm here for her. But Sea Smoke, who just met her new rider like 15 minutes ago, I guess, was like, step up if you want to. And I'm saying, oh, we can like, I'm like,
back here chilling.
Right. I'm like, don't, you don't want that. Because as she got closer and he could feel like her angst, right? Because she don't know who he is, right? That dragon was like, hey, yeah, we can do this one way or the other. And it's like, I was like, so she was scared as much as she was trying to show strength. Her fear caused her to try to put, like, I'm the queen of the 7 kingdoms. And he's like, yeah, I rode this dragon here somehow. So Dracarys? Is it Dracarys? Like, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did we get here? My thumbnail was actually going to be How I Trained My Dragon from Disney. I was actually going to put that in the thumbnail because there was a lot of dragon stuff going on in the background that should have happened on camera. Sea Smoke don't make any kind of sense. And then she's like, you're going to fly it back to Dragonstone? He's like, yeah. I was like, no. And
I was like, how is he? That's the thing too. Like, that's what I'm saying. Is there a harness already on these things?
Yes.
And I thought that so the one that is with Adam, wasn't that a wild one, or am I wrong about that?
No. That was Corlys's son's dragon. The gay husband. Like he.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
So
I don't understand how he was able to ride it. Like,
it doesn't make any sense. Like,
because he would definitely slip off.
One, like, again, I jumped on a horse 3 times in my life. All 3 of them were traumatic because I don't know how to ride a fucking horse, and I'm never gonna do that again. So I'm like, it's not a good. Anyway, my point is like, you don't jump on a dragon, and all of a sudden it's like, where are we going, left or right? You don't even speak the language.
And what are you holding on to?
What are you
holding on to? The wings you can't hold on to, right? Because they're gonna flap and
right.
And so there's no, like, their skin, from what it looks like.
No, they have a harness. All of them are harnessed. All of them are broken dragons. They all have harnesses. That's not the problem. But you don't know what to do when you get up there.
You don't know what to say.
Yeah, so I'm like, this doesn't make sense that they can just be like, I flew it here to this beach for this meeting. Who called the meeting? Like, why are you on this beach? Like, this doesn't make sense. This is
It,
where
it, it was the queen. She sent the little rolled up paper.
the Raven. She said a Raven because
Raven.
remember how we ended the episode. There's someone riding a sea smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was like, I gotta get up on it, right? So she rode up like we gotta see where this thing is happening because this is a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm again show us that that Adam jumped on sea smoke. They flew around. He's just bouncing around. The dragon lands. He gets off like, oh my God, what is this big thing? And then she happens to land. She finds them and she lands and they talk. And it's like, hey, he's like, I didn't pick this shit. Like, I was just minding my business, walking around, and this dragon just picked me up. This is how I got here, right? But it's like there's too many things happening off camera that are important. Yeah,
because I would have loved to see that because it doesn't make sense that he's just all of a sudden riding this daggone thing.
Then
another part for me that didn't make sense. So I don't remember her cousin who has her children, the queen's children, right?
Yes.
The young lady, that's her cousin.
Yes.
Raina. Okay. So she is leaving now.
Yes.
From that. Why is she leaving? Did I miss something? Why is she leaving from that woman that she was supposed to be protecting the queen's children and the dragon eggs, right?
Yeah. I feel like someone else says I can protect you better or something. It was off camera. I don't remember her coming in and being like, hey, we got a Raven that says you gotta get up out of here, like you got evicted or something. So remember, this whole agreement was on the fact that Rhaenyra was going to provide fighting dragons to protect her, right? Like that was the whole thing. And then Raina finds out or detects that there's a dragon, like a dragon living on this thing, right? So they're likely she's going to probably claim that. The only way to top this episode is Raina claiming that dragon in the finale.
I think she will because she when they were leaving and she did that beeline to where the burnt area was.
Yeah,
she was like, it was like you could see her wheels turning. Like this, I got to get this dragon. Like I can't just leave this dragon out here like this.
Well,
because it's going to be used against us, right?
Again, she's failed a couple of times. So like it just I mean, it's like maybe she's like, this is my one. I don't know who this dragon is, but somehow I feel like that my mom's gonna help me out in this one. So I'm hoping that's what they do. I see why Jace is mad at Rhaenyra for of all the people should know saying you're my heir means nothing. So again, the whole I like the fact that he confronted her about the fact that I'm a bastard. So it's like his thing was, I know I'm a bastard, but at least I can ride a dragon, and that makes me
got enough blood in this system. Yeah,
right. I can do that. But now you're letting anyone ride a dragon, so I mean nothing. Like and so his whole mongrel thing and all that. It's just like he was trying to hold on. What makes me special? And it's like it's not my bloodline. It's not even riding a dragon anymore. Like I mean, because these people can ride dragon. Now he should have watched all those people get burnt up to be like, blood ain't everything, bro. So hold on to that dragon. Because a lot of silver-haired people got fucked up.
They did. They did.
I would have brought him. I was like, Jace, watch this. So I think also as her rah-rah speech, she did not say, just for the record, the last person that tried this, it didn't work out for him. Like, so
did you tell? I wouldn't tell.
I mean, like, but then it's always like her people kept them there, and she was like, but as a queen, my job is to watch this happen. Like, that's her punishment, to have to watch these people burn to death.
Right.
Still saying, Hugh, no burns, butt naked, I'm ready to fight. I would have been like, awesome. Anyway, Hugh Hammer, angry rider for an angry dragon. I like that. So again, is that the vibe? Are we gonna see like two ragers out there just doing what they got to do? That would be awesome. And to see those two go after Vhagar, but Vhagar is a trained dragon. Aemon at this point is a trained rider and fighter with that dragon. It's not gonna be the same thing. Like Hugh, like it should not be the same thing. I mean, I'm saying because Hugh has to learn High Valyrian. He has to learn how to talk to that dragon, how to ride the dragon. Like there's a lot of things that we're just not gonna see and maybe because they.
You know what got me? When the dragon trainers, that dragon trainer was telling her like, I'm not I was like, wait a minute, why isn't he take off? Like I was like, sir, sir, who are you talking to? Like, he was going for it. I was like, how come there's nobody like stepping up to like chop his head off?
Right.
He was just like, we out.
And they left. And they left. They're like, what the fuck you gonna do? I'm out.
Yeah. I was like,
I'm the queen. Like, remember she slapped that dude last week for like, hey, you need to respect my authority.
right. Yeah.
Dragon Wranglers were like, fuck you. I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, she's like, wait. Never mind.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, she should have severely punished them for that. Like, who are you talking to? You better bow down to me right now. And if you want to eat today, tomorrow, and the next day.
Hey, you know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Just so she could, they're speaking High Valyrian, so the lowborn don't even know what's happening right now. Right. So that saved her in the sense of like, oh, she's the queen and what's happening with these things, right? Because if they could hear if they understood what they were saying, to your point, she should have been like, guards, put these people down right here. And I'm like, hey, Vermithor, you take care of this. Let's see which one of us can survive dragon fire. All right, exactly. I was like I would have been like, you stay out here, see if you can ride a dragon or not. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I wouldn't need to fuck with it. I would let Vermithor handle it. But you're right. It should have been taken care of just in general. Like the leader, the one talking shit, head cut off quick.
Yes, immediately. Like I don't know who you think you're talking to, sir.
I am not the one. I am not the one. Like Danny would have cut that fucker heads off real quick.
Yeah.
That would not have been hesitation. They were like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, boop. All right, thank you. Let's move on, shall we? He was talking to you, had too much lip, and so I cut his tongue out.
Insubordinate.
Huh?
He was insubordinate.
He was. I mean, that's all kind. He was like, girl, who? What? These low-born mother? What? Like, I'm better than. I'm out. You call me when you got some high-born people to train. And like everybody just walked off with them. Nobody was like, hey, no, man.
Good day, sir.
I'm sorry, man. My boss, he crazy. Like
exactly.
We standing with you. Kamala Harris for that one. Given the second biggest dragon in the world anyway, without asking anyone questions. Wow. Yes. Like you give Hugh a dragon far bigger than yours. That's not good. Like that's not a good decision because Hugh could be like last time, as Jace pointed out, he could just be like, I'm in charge now because I got Vermithor and you got what? So I'm gonna eat you. My Vermithor is gonna eat you and this dragon, and now I'm in charge of Dragonstone. Now what?
And then Damon's gonna come and cut his head off.
Right. Then David's gonna be like, all right. But he snuck up on Corlys's brother. I think head to hand, I think he could take him. I mean, that's a big dude. I mean, I think I can take him. But it would have been interesting to see that. If Daemon could ride a dragon at like 12, Adam would be all right. See, y'all don't sleep on Aemon. All right. Like Aemon got on the biggest dragon and rode that shit out, right? But he speaks High Valyrian for the record. Like, so he can at least talk to the dragon.
Yeah.
So
Adam has no clue what to say to the dragon. Yeah.
No clue. So that is, I mean, supposedly fuck them. I'm gonna buy a dragon. I was it's just I was like, it's just crazy. He was like, I'm out. I was like, what? But your child. I get off camera. Can't kill them. They need the dragon trainers to teach the bastards High Valyrian. So but they won't do that either. They were very clear. We ain't teaching nobody anything. Like so
that's what they're basically saying. That's what he was saying. Like, we're out. Yeah. We're not doing anything as far as training.
You don't have to kill all of them. You just kill the leader.
Just him. He's mouthing off. Yeah.
Yes. And the rest of them will bow down. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you just got to take out one. And then they're like, who's next? And they're like, oh, you know what, ma'am? I got you. I'll take the first shift. I will train whoever. But again, now all of a sudden, they're going to be magic dragon riders by episode 8. That's not going to make any sense. I'm not going to accept that. I will not, Shreese. Like, this thing that needs to happen. Okay? Anyway. Renera was like, what would you have me do, Jace? She should have said, apologize to your husband. I think just like, well, okay, so for the record, okay, which husband at this point?
Damon?
Yeah, you're talking about Damon, or are you talking about his daddy, his black daddy who was gay? I mean, that's the whole conversation. That's what he should have said. Look here, Jace, you think you grown? Your daddy was gay. So I mean, it wasn't no penis going on here. Like I'm saying, like I know I'm with Masera, but that's a whole different thing. My point is, like, your daddy was gay and he wanted none of this, so I had to find penis where I could find it. All right, so thank you.
Well, she's not going to tell him that. That puts her in a bad light. So
I'll just be like, hey, your daddy like other me and your dad have a lot in common. Penis.
Okay.
Also, I didn't like that conversation. That was very stupid dialogue. Actually, that last time it was like, we're just different. No, actually, you're the same. That's the problem. Both of you like the same thing. That's not going to work out. But anyway. Again, I love. Young black men fighting for the love of their father. I was like, both of them. So you got Adam, right, and Aaron, both like, love me, see me, right? Adam
but
tried.
I do like this scene with when the dad was like, what is it, Lord Corliss?
Yeah, Lord Corliss. Yeah.
Yeah, when his son came to him as a man and was like, you know, I'm gonna serve. I want to go serve, right? My queen or whatever. And I thought that was when he said, I think he said good sir or something like that. I was like, that is nice. Like I felt like these are his bastard children, right? But I feel like he does feel for them, right? Something. He does feel something for them. And so therefore, when he gave permission to Adam to go and he wanted Alan to go ahead and help the queen out also, I thought that he was just he was very gentle with them. You know, he's not overbearing or mean. And you know how sometimes that's what they portray. Like if you're the bastard child, usually the dad is like, get out of my face, go do whatever you're supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? And I think that he shows them love. And I think it's more so because of his wife. I think his wife softened, because remember the wife was like, bring them in, like bring them closer to you. And I think that he listened to her. I think so. I think he loves his wife. They had a good relationship, right?
They did. My problem, and I keep saying, sorry, Teresa and I had this conversation too. Where is their mother?
Remember they said, didn't they say that? Oh, wait, I got them mixed up. I was about to say the mother was a whore. That's the other guy. Okay.
that's Hugh's mama. That's Hugh's mama. So Adam, when Rhaenyra asked the logical question, who is your parentage? How are you able? Like, are you Targaryen? What's going on? And he's like, my mom rode a ship. And Adam was like, my mom would work the ship, and my dad, he was nothing of note. Yeah, that's not an answer. Like, you're gonna tell me how you're able to ride a dragon, okay? Because do you have siblings? Can they ride? That's the next logical question, right? Mm-hmm. Then they're black, okay? So Corliss, who are these black people, right? Yeah. Like, it's not that hard. Like, even if that's not your child, find out their parentage, because they may have others that can ride dragons. You know what I'm saying? So
and they can help us out. Mm-hmm.
Adam should have led to Alan, you know, like, hey, Alan, can you ride a dragon, right? But again, this is through the mother, because Corliss was like, he said, I didn't know your mama like that. He just gave her the penis, I guess. But I'm like, if she is the connection, she must be. There's no if. Yeah. She's how they ride dragon. We need to know her lineage, just like we found out Hugh's mom's lineage. It was all conversation. We didn't. Mm-hmm. It was dialogue, but we need some dialogue, right?
That's the one. That's the one who said his mom was a whore. That's it. Like, she was in the.
Hugh Hammer. Hugh Hammer was like, Mama. My mama worked the pleasure houses, and she had silver hair, so they like that. Now they're like, hey. My mama was dark skinned with silver hair. They like that. They like some chocolate every once in a while. I was like, maybe that's the thing. No, but so do they have the same mama? Because remember, Adam has black hair and Alan has silver hair, but he shaves it so no one knows that, right? So he took after his dad when it comes to the hair, right? Mm-hmm. If they have the same mother, Alan should be able to ride a dragon, or at least should be thought of, like, maybe it's possible, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe
I think he can, but I don't know if they're going to go down that road. I think he can, just based on that silver hair, the hair.
So maybe Adam, well, that shows he's a Corliss. That's different. That's a little bit different. Yeah. So like, but by my point, like, Adam should put Alan on the dragon and see what happens, right? Let's see if we can ride together or something, just to test it out, right? But anyway, both of them fighting, trying to be acknowledged and accepted by their dad, right? So, so again, Adam took the dragon route. Look, Dad, I'm a dragon rider now, and he was like, "Good on you," and then he just walked out because that's the best you're gonna get out of me. And then I was like, I'm salt and sea, Dad. I'm just like you. And he's like, "Good work, son," and then he just walked away.
Yeah,
I was like, damn.
But at least he gave them that. Like before, it was not really that much. You know what I mean? Like it really wasn't until his wife was like, bring them in, like bring them in. And then he started to think about it. And then I think that he's doing what she told him. But you know, I mean, slow baby steps, right?
Well, I think, dare I say, he was trying to respect his wife and be like, I can't bring my bastards in front of you and be like, then I right. But now that she's gone, right? And again, to your point, she was like, they're family. She only acknowledged one, so maybe she don't know about the second one. So that's my other thing. So to be like, it was actually two of them. You mother, I think that would have been a whole different conversation. but anyway, he's looking for an heir. So it looks like Alan is gonna be. It could be that heir. I mean, again, all stories are already written, but like he's salt and sea, and he's like, if you know you want to do ships, let's do ships. And if he shows them more respect and really be like, I'm proud of you. But anyway, my point is, Rhaenyra. If this would make sense, Rhaenyra will be asking Corlys find out their lineage, and now you know, like hand because I need more writers, and maybe there's more of his kind out there. You know what I'm saying? I thought that would have been something. So we got Daemon will find a way to kill that disrespectful kid one day. Jace is he's rebelling again. He's tried so hard to be like, I want to be out there to fight, just like his mama. Again, he knows that he's illegitimate and he ain't happy about that either. And again, it's like he feel like his mom. It's taking taking his specialness away from him. So he's going through a lot. I mean, he's going through a lot.
He's a teenager too, right? They go through that nonsense. Yeah.
I mean, he supports his mom all the way. It's just like he wants to do more. As soon as the war is over, that kid is gonna disappear. I was like, Alan said didn't want to. He clearly didn't like heights. He says he's built for the sea. Oh, he don't want to be on a dragon. He don't want to be on a dragon.
That makes sense. I would not want to do that either. Like that's way. I don't even like getting in a plane. So.
But I like, hey man, my bro. But at least to be like, again, he was happy for his brother, but he's right. He's salt and sea. I mean, just like it's like this is. I do ships. I like ships. Not Jace the Riverlands kid. Yeah, I mean that's true.
Oh, okay.
So remember,
Oscar, I think Oscar. Isn't that who he's talking about? Not Chase, the Riverlands kid. I think it's Oscar, the guy behind you, the little boy.
Oh, he's gonna die. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad. All right, so we have a cue. So as soon as that war is over, okay, King Chase, King Cash, write a whole thing so we are clear that which are you talking about right now. I just want to make sure we can relate to your comment. So anyway, Loras, the clubfoot. I like. So what? Why do you think he didn't tell Aemond about the legend of a random dragon rider earlier in the episode? Like, why do you think once he heard the story, he didn't tell Aemond up front when the guy was like, "Well, if you tell this, you'll get favor with Aemond." Like, why did he keep the? Why do you think he kept it?
I don't know.
So I was thinking, two things. First, once he heard the sourcing of the information, it's someone who heard it from someone who heard it from someone. He's like,
this is all stories, right?
Right. It's like it's like he could have been like, this is just a story, right?
Yeah.
Or he's like, I need to take Aemond down. So maybe if this is true, this is something that can kill Aemond and take Aemond out. So I thought it was like one of those two. But he seriously is working to get Aegon back on his feet, and that actor is awesome.
The guy who plays Aegon.
I felt his pain. I felt.
Oh my gosh! Every when he was on the ground, when he was trying to walk, and then when he hit the ground, I was like, he is in excruciating pain, and so he did a really good job with that. Just the way he's holding himself, and the makeup is phenomenal.
Yo.
Oh gosh, man. But how I do like that Lars is actually letting him know that eventually you'll be up and you'll be stronger, but you're always going to have like a limp. You're always going to have something visually. You're not going to look strong, right? Basically, but you learn to live with it, which is what Lars is living with himself, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was good. I don't like Lars, but I do like that he gave Egon like hope. You know, like you'll get over this, you'll get past this, like, you know. And I thought that was nice of him, but he has ulterior motives.
Of course, because again, he's like Aemon is not listening to me, right? He don't respect me or this because Aemon is smart, and it's like you're a weasel, so he needs Aegon back on top so he can get back on top, right?
Absolutely.
But still, he's the only voice of like you said, you can do this, right? Like get up, you know what I'm saying? Like your physical deformities does not stop your mind, like he said. Like you are strong in mind, you can be strong in spirit, and you can get back on there. So Sunfire again is recovering too. Like Sunfire is also like is going to be all right really after a while. Aegon is going to be okay. Like he's still like so they're both coming back in a very, very slow way. So just for the record. So but again, the actor is doing an awesome job. I felt so bad for him, you know, and to be like and the excruciating pain he has to be in just to do anything.
Yeah.
Where are his boys? Like, where's his crew?
Those guys, you know, they were there. Okay, they're there when he has the beer money, right? When he doesn't have the beer money, they're like, you know what? We ain't hanging with you no more. We out. You know
what happened? What happened to the guy he got laid? You remember? I mean, that's what Aemon was like. I'm murdering you. That being said, so things we have not seen again, and I'm happy about that, is Aemon's hoe. Like, I was like, if I saw that old woman again, I would be like, I don't need any of this shit right now. But part of me was like, if you got time, I kind of want him to be like, I moved her into the house. So what you gonna do, Aegon? Like it'd be like this is my lady and this is my house. I was like, I kind of wanted that just a little bit. I don't give a fuck about Allison, so I don't want to talk about that. I don't give a fuck.
Because I was gonna say something about her because when she went and got in the water with her little slip on or whatever, I was like, so what are we doing? Are you gonna kill yourself? Why don't you drown yourself? That'll be great. But yeah, please do. Like it's fine. But she didn't seem to do anything. She just seemed like she needed some cool water on her body. I was like, okay, all right.
Almost being murdered by your people. She's like, let's go take a swim. I didn't take a private. I think she's trying to figure out her role. What am I now? You know, I'm not the queen. I'm not even on the council. I'm just sitting around. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is my role? What's my purpose? How about you hang out with your daughter who's probably going through some kind of PTSD since her baby's head got cut off? I'm like, so you might want to focus on that and take her for a swim to see how she's doing.
Yeah, she's loony, like,
and almost being killed by her subjects. You might want to check in on that, girl. I mean, then both of y'all can have sabbatical out there in the trees.
Right. Does anybody in the chat know, or even you, where are they taking the children to? Like where are they taking the queen's children? Where are they going?
Oh, to another. Wait, to another island. Somebody else is trying to protect them. So it's like but so again, they're supposed. So book-wise, again, if you don't want to know about this, so book-wise, again, that I thought.
Spoiler alert!
Like they get attacked. Like they're supposed to be attacked on an island. I thought it was where they are right now. They're supposed to be attacked, and then the older son jumps on a bigger dragon and rides off to safety. Like, and he accidentally leaves his brother, and his brother gets captured and stuff. But like the dragon, it wasn't on purpose. Anyway, he flies off, and the dragon gets hit with arrows, and then the dragon dies as it gets to Dragonstone. So they're saying that Rhaena is going to be the one who gets the dragon, and then she's going to do that to an extent. I think. I don't think she's there in the book, and that's kind of sense. I think they were trying to do with that. But anyway, things are happening off camera that was spoken about. So at the staff meeting, Aemon hears, he don't hear about the food that caused the riot. He doesn't hear about his subjects getting on ships and sailing off to Dragonstone for some reason, which would have been a good way for him to stick someone on those boats to figure out what was happening. It could have been an inside spy, but none of that. He finds that Otto, his grandfather, is getting troops together. That's what he's doing. But this is important. So Prince Darren, his brother, which is the
Mhm.
son that Allison asked her brother about. He's like, hey, how's my son doing? He's 16 and he's 10 of 6, so he's like 16. He's getting on his dragon Terrasen. So that's gonna be important. Like that prince is gonna fuck up Rhaenyra at some point. So that's coming. So like I'm saying, so anyway, so Aemon, my point, Aemon's gonna have more dragons on his side, which is a weird kind of point of that conversation. So all that's gonna kind of come together. Damon's gonna kill Oscar. He was talking way too much like he don't know Damon's reputation. Daemon killed his wife for talking crazy. I get you. Yeah, I mean, Oscar was feeling himself, but he had to in that situation. He had to show everyone that he could be in charge, especially being how young he was.
Yes.
So it was important for him to show his position.
He did.
I like to read more about him. I think he's going to go distance a little bit. Aemon sent his crew to the wall. Oh, thank you. The people who, because I guess they were part of the rebellion / riot? Is that what that was? Because when he was standing over people and he was like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm sending you to the wall. I'm banishing you to the wall. Aemon sent Aegon's crew to guard the wall.
Okay.
Are afraid to give Aemon information. So again, I think Lars had other ulterior motives to that. I mean, he takes information well. He's not Joffrey. You know what I'm saying? Like, he listens and he makes steps. Now if Lars was like, well, last time I tried to talk to him, Aemon pushed me off, so he would not accept the information from him, which would be true, right? He needs to find another way. If he was trying to help the kingdom, he would said, hey guy, you tell Aemon, because Aemon ain't listening to me, as you clearly saw, right? So I think that would be a better way to kind of put that together. But again, it could have just been so second, third, fourth hand information that we don't know is true. That he should have found someone to investigate, like the former the guy in the Game of Thrones that was the Whisperers who had the children, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, he would have found someone to investigate, to be like, we need to find out how many dragons are just flying around, and that kind of thing. The kids are leaving the Vale and going to Pentos. That's where Daemon and Larna stayed in exile. Oh yeah, when she tortured herself. That's right.
Oh, okay, they're going there. Right. Okay.
Because Daemon kind of owned that island. I think that's one that he freed when on that fighting and stuff, like a long time ago.
Okay.
So that would be interesting if they make it. But yeah, again, they're going to get attacked at some point. And that is in the book. So next episode, when we do the season finale, just to let you know, I'm gonna list all the stuff that they just kind of went like, what? Like all the big things that we thought was going to be big storylines that went nowhere. It's quite a few. So we're gonna talk about that at the end of the episode. So I was like, what happened to? I don't even know what. I was like, but I thought that was going somewhere, but it didn't. Like Masera and her relationship with Rhaenyra. Like, what is that supposed to be? Like, that's not doing anything right now. Like, she's just kind of standing around.
Off camera.
I guess she's getting it off camera, but I'm like, again, to what end? Like, with that.
Till Daemon comes back.
Until he's gonna be like, hey, yo, here, wait a minute, I want both of y'all. Wait a minute. That would be hilarious if that's the last straw. She stole my crown and my woman. Let's talk about Viserys. Let's talk about Viserys. Yo, we have seen him more in this season, I felt like, than we did in last season.
Okay, do you think that was computer generated? Because when we saw, or was it filmed when the actor was actually very small?
No, I think he came back. I think these are, especially when he's sitting, like this scene, this episode, when they're sitting together.
Yeah, and he's very small. But this is the thing. I think it must be computer generated, because when we saw him a couple of episodes before, when he was laying in the bed and Daemon saw him, he was a healthier man. Like, his face was plump. Because remember, I remarked about it. I said, he actually looks heavier than when we saw him the last time, which he was like Skeletor, right?
Yeah.
But now he's back to looking like Skeletor. But I know that actor has gained some weight, right? Because we saw it, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm thinking that maybe when the actor had lost a lot of weight for the role, maybe they shot that scene with Daemon ahead of time. Because why is he so small?
Well, that could be to your point of CGI. That could just be
Yeah, it could be
CGI for the
CGI. Yeah, yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying? So like, but to me, I think they brought him back
Well
for the
done.
scene. It's well, I mean, it's well done.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, like I did not think I'd be seeing this much of him. I'm sorry, Nikki. You know, Chris and my friend Sharice were like, David, why do you do that? I didn't read the books. I didn't read the books either. It's like a YouTube channel where like this guy's talking about the stuff. Here's his British voice. It's gonna happen. Like again, so I'm gonna do better in the sense that from now on, I'm gonna do it at the end of the video, and I'm gonna say, okay, now we're gonna talk about book spoilers.
We're gonna do spoiler alert. You're gonna have to alert. Yeah.
I'm like, it's on the thing, but yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, especially next episode. At the end of the finale, I'm really gonna get into the book, at least the characters that we've seen, and be like, oh, like, what's going on? What's gonna happen with the Riverland? Because that's a big thing right now. Allison and that kind of stuff. Like, where can we see these characters as we move forward? They're gonna change stuff. Most of the stuff is not word for word because they're trying to make it different. So there are going to be some things that are like, oh, there's characters they haven't introduced that are important to the stories at this point. That should be in the story by this point. So they are going to change stuff. But they're big arcs that I think just has to happen to get the story where it needs to be. And again, they should already have a plan, like because the story is already written. So they should have came to HBO with a 5-season, 6-season arc. Like, you know, this is how we're getting from the beginning to the end of this particular story. But to be like, oh my God, we got another season. I'm like, you don't have a plan? Like you like
I'm sure they do, because they've been talking to what's the writer? I forgot.
Oh, JJ Martin?
Yeah.
R. Martin. Something
like that. Yeah. The guy who write. Yeah, I absolutely I remember them. A lot of articles were saying that he's in talks with them about so that's years, like for years he's been in talks. So it's not like it's brand spanking new. I'm sure that somebody had to write a screenplay and then tell them, well, how we begin here and we end here, and if we get a certain amount of seasons, this is what the story should be. Kind of like a rough draft of what they feel it's going to be. I'm sure he did that. Yeah.
So like because every episode he helps write at some level. You know what I'm saying? So that means it's gonna stay again more truer to the book, so it should make more sense to an extent. But again, with over hour plus episodes, right? Like again, I just feel like there's key things that are happening, especially with the dragon piece of it, that they should be showing y'all. Like if this ended with this scene of all the dragons standing there, the defiant, with Vhagar coming, and that was this finale. But they spent last episode helping, Aaron and crew learn the dragons, help Adam and crew like kind of learn the dragons. That would make sense to be like, okay, now we're ready. Rhaenyra's like, I got to teach them myself because my staff won't do it because you're all lowborn. So she has to do it. Like that could be a montage. It don't have to be a whole episode. That could be a montage. Okay, guys, this is how you say this. This is how you do this. So let's work on this because our goal is to take down Vhagar. Without Daemon, I have to stand on my own without Daemon, and maybe against Daemon.
I think it's against Daemon, but
that should be a conversation to be like, if I have to take on Caraxes and Vhagar, then how do I do that? You know what I'm saying? And if that is that my first goal, take down Daemon, get him on board, or take him down so we can focus on Aemon and Vhagar. Because right now her plan basically is to punk Aemon. Basically, I got more dragons than you, so you need to stop fighting. I'm like, that's not Aemon.
That's not gonna work.
That's not. No. He's committed. Like he's 100% committed to this shit. So, but that's her plan. That bigger heads will avail and be like cooler heads will avail, as they say. And he'll be like, you know what? They got more weapons they got more nuclear weapons than we do. So let's just come to the talking table. No. Because again, Vhagar has proven one at a time, I can eat y'all pretty easily. And call it a day. So he can divide and conquer. Really. Then now realizes he doesn't want to be king. He's riding for Rhaenyra all day now. I did not get
that. I think Nikki, I think maybe you feel that way because of his conversation with his dead brother. But I don't. I think Daemon wants. He wants it, but I feel like you want it so bad, but once you get it, you're like, I didn't know it was gonna be this way. You know what I mean? Like you don't. I don't think he really actually. Eventually, maybe he may feel like I probably don't even really want this. But for right now, I think he like what he said was his wife is going to bow down to him, and he's gonna be king. Period. In the story.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
But we again, the last episode 7 gave us that kind of like, let's see what happens next.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Is there what one thing do you want to see in this episode that you're
I
like?
wanted to see.
Yeah, in episode 8. What do you want to see in episode 8 tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I want to see Damon. I want somebody else to put Damon in his place. I just do. I'm not really a fan of Damon right now.
Okay.
And I really want, and I know that I really want the queen to maybe put Damon in his place. Like I did this all by myself without you. And I need him to know that.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't need you think I need you. You ran away from me. You left me because you think that I'm gonna crumble because you're gone. But no, I'm still standing right for the moment because we know eventually she is gonna crumble. But for right now, she's the one coming up with ideas because she has no choice, right?
Yes.
She would love to have her husband standing behind her, you know. He doesn't want to stand behind her. That's the problem. But I think that, you know, that would be good for me. I need her before anything happens to her. She needs to prove to Damon, I did this by myself. Whether I was successful or not, I still came up with it by myself. Yeah.
You're right. I like, yes, that would show arc, like character arc, to resolve that issue. You're right. That even for Rhaenyra herself to say, I can stand on my own. I don't need my husband. I can build an army because all she has is a couple of dragons and some riders that really don't know anything.
Right.
I need a ground army. Like I need to get some troops under me and to move out. Like she, like, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't even have a leader. She don't have a knight. She don't have a general. She don't have anyone to even lead the army. So it's not looking good for her right now. I mean, even Christian Cole, I mean, he knows what he's doing. I mean, he's scared there's all a dragon fight now, but when it comes to that kind of coordination of ground and air strike, he knows how to do it. Like him and Aemon have a plan. They got some experience doing that. So you're right. That would be big for me. Is Rhaena. Rhaena finding this dragon, whoever this dragon is, I don't know. Finding the dragon and mounting and riding this dragon out, or just getting on top, just actually claiming the dragon would be awesome. Would be awesome. Because then she like, I can go help my my grandmother, my auntie. That's yeah.
No, is it her?
Shit, she is.
Wasn't that her aunt? Wait, her mother was the queen's aunt, right?
Yes.
So that is her.
That is her husband. That is her husband's That's her step kid. That's Damon's kid. She's Damon's kid.
That's right.
That's her step kid.
I forgot.
Thank you, stepdaughter. It gets kind of confusing with the incest. But
he has black children.
Because yes.
That's it. Yeah,
that's what they're off. So that's her stepdaughter, who's also engaged to her stepbrother. Actually, well, he's dead now though.
Yeah.
But Jace is also engaged to the other one.
The other
stepsister.
Yeah. The tough one, which I love her.
I was like, she is so awesome. That's in the trailer. At some point, she's fighting. That young lady is fighting on a dragon, and I'm like, that hasn't happened yet. So I'm like, that they need, like, where is she? Back it up.
Well, she was there. She was there when
Rhaenyra.
She was. Because remember when they were walking in, when the people who were going to be tested on the dragon, she was walking in the procession of the queen. She was
That's her.
That's her.
That's the dragon behind you. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I think that's her dragon. I think I think the one. So there's Rhaenyra, her dragon. I think it's the young girl and her dragon. I think, and then there's Ulf and Silverwing behind. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm thinking because Vermithor is too big. to just be standing like that. Like that to me is actually. I mean, if she or she's as big as Vhagar, that thing's huge. You know what I'm saying? That's a very small dragon standing behind you, and that's not Caraxes. So I think that's a young lady and her dragon.
Okay.
Which would make more sense because she has more control over it. That would make more sense. Like that. Whoa. Oh yeah, so he didn't take the crown. You're talking about that. Yes, Daemon didn't take the crown when Viserys passed it to him in the last episode. I think that's still thinking. I think he's more thinking about it. He's not as sure. Daemon is coming back and bending the knee off the riff tonight. Oh, okay. Okay. So you think they're gonna Baela? There you go. Baela is still at Dragonstone. Rhaena is headed to Pentos to take care of the kids and the dragon egg. So Baela, I think that's Baela and her dragon standing behind Rhaenyra. Yes, and then it said like Rhaena is like I think she's gonna get the next dragon, whoever that dragon is. Anyway, all right. Anything else?
No, like I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the story, but I'm also enjoying the scenery. So it's just, and the acting is really good. So like I said, the dialogue is perfect. Like everything that I'm hearing, it's like it makes sense. Like of course it's like that old English talk, but it still makes sense. It makes more sense than some shows that speak just regular English, right? I mean, so I do like that. But yeah, I will continue to watch. The cinematography is just amazing. So, yeah. So other than that, we need to thank our chat. Thank you so much for joining the conversation with us. We love you guys very much. We're trying to get to 500 views per video. So we need you to share the video with anyone and everyone. We're trying to reach 2,500 subscribers by December 15th. And so we need you to share the video. So thank you very much for joining, and we will see you next weekend. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Kim. Boop. Thank y'all. No, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank everyone. True. Thanks for whoever gave us a heart. This is my first time getting a heart on StreamYard, so I appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you for hanging out with us. This is a great show. I mean, it's rare that that HBO messes up. Like this is just another example of how well HBO does when it comes to its content. This is a great show. Even knowing how it's going to end, it's still a great show to see the journey. Like the journey is interesting. I often say, why make a TV show when you can just make a movie? But this is a series. There's a journey that needs to be taken on by these characters, and I'm looking forward to see how that works out. And we will again. I will try my best to stay up tonight and watch this episode. I'll see how that works. But either way, next weekend, a lot more content. We'll be recording Saturday and Sunday next week. House of the Dragon, The Family Business, some other stuff. I don't know. I'll look at what we got ahead of us. Mayor of Kingstown is coming. Reasonable Doubt. Presumed Innocent. We're gonna do Presumed Innocent as a season next week. We will do that since it got renewed for a season 2. So if you've seen that show, we were discussing that too. So a lot of series up front. Till next time, y'all. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching us in the chat.
I enjoy The View very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Go ahead.
Oh shit.
Lacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.